Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 8th of July 2018. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm using the amazing Morgan Greer deck. This is one of my favorite decks ever. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. We have the Tower in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Five of Wands in reverse. So we haven't had one of these situations in a while where all three cards are in reverse. I'm going to read them both way around because they are all in reverse. I always do it both ways. So let's look at what it means this way around, and then finally with it upside down, and that's the energy for the day. So first of all, the Five of Wands is about trivial conflict. It's about it's even playful conflict. It's like, you know, competing to see who's faster, who's funnier, or arm wrestling someone. It can be slight conflict or competitiveness when it comes to work. And it's really nothing major. It's just everyone has their own agenda. Everyone's trying to get on with life, and they will find that other people are in their way. You know, it's like that saying, like, you're not stuck in traffic, you are traffic, if you see what I mean. But, you know, you're there contributing to the problem as well. So there's an energy of doing that, having other people in your life and seeing them and objectifying them in a way as these are problems in my life that I need to overcome. Then there is the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is always about looking out for number one. And not just looking out for number one, but stealing from number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, stealing their swords and running off with the staff. So totally selfish, totally self-serving, inconsiderate, just thinking about one's own needs. And that kind of behavior. So if you're seeing people as things rather than as human beings, and you behave with major disrespect, and you just grab and take whatever you think you want and deserve, even though it's not yours, obviously it's going to catch up with you, and the things that you amass and gather and the security that you then build for yourself. Because the thing is, if you're going to steal something, like let's say you steal, they always do this in Paris for some reason. I always read about this in Paris. Like, let's say they do a jewelry heist in Paris. Like, they steal 200 million worth of diamonds and just jewels from a store in Paris. And they run off with the money. Those people, for the rest of their lives, are going to have to look over their shoulder. I don't think that's wealth at all, because at any moment, you know, they could get a knock on the door, and it's all, you know, it comes crashing down. And despite holding yourself up in this wonderful tower, which will keep people out, if a policeman comes along and says, sorry, we have a search warrant, we need to search this tower because we think you have stolen goods here on the premises, then that whole thing is just going to blow up and you're going to go tumbling. So this is kind of a lesson for life, really. I mean, this isn't just for today. This is something you should teach your children. You know, don't see people as things. Have respect for others. Don't steal. I mean, that's even in the 10 Commandments. And your life won't fall apart. If you tread on other people's toes, they will retaliate, basically. And you'll get what's coming to you if you constantly pit yourself against others. Like, for instance, if you're making fun of other people all the time, then ultimately you're going to get your comeuppance and someone's going to make fun of you. It's just the way it works. What we put out, we get back, right? So today, if you decide to build something new with other people, so the Two of Swords there, which I didn't even notice before, beautiful. So 1 and 2 is a relationship. If you decide to build something today for yourself, or if you decide to help someone today, if you say, I'm going to help someone whose life is in chaos at the moment. I'm going to help them by doing the groceries today and just getting them sorted that way. Or I have a friend who's totally incompetent when it comes to filling out forms. So I'm pretty good at that. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to help my friend because I'm good at filling out forms, for example. and I'm going to help them do that so they can maintain the structure of their life. And that is what they built, and currently it's in crisis mode, and it's through your help that someone's life can settle down again and feel more secure and less dramatic, and like they're going to be evicted, or their visa is going to run out, or they're going to lose a job, certain things like that. So those are all really big life-changing events. And if you can help someone, or if you can help someone not get evicted, that's a huge bonus. And that's a huge, wonderful thing that you're doing for another person. And you're not doing it to get something in return. You're doing it just because you can and you want to and you care about another person. And that is really going to build you and create such good karma and such good energy around you that you're not going to experience conflict with other people. In fact, you'll draw people to you who are magnetically attracted by this wonderful, selfless, generous, happy energy that you exude, and that you realize, you know what, I'm in a pretty good space in my life. I'm pretty grateful for having a house and a car and a husband and 2 kids. I see that my sister over in Utah is really struggling. Maybe I'll pick up the phone today and see how she's doing. And God forbid, if she's in a major crisis, I might even send her some money. Oh my God. When you start talking about that kind of help, most people run for the hills. Thoughts and prayers they can send and do all the time, but when it comes to actually, can you lend me some money to get up on my feet, that's when it becomes a little bit more tricky. It can do. So today is really about being your best self, doing good for other people, looking around and realizing, coming to the decision that your life really isn't in crisis, but other people aren't as lucky as you. You can help, and thereby you can reduce the conflict in the other person's life, and you also reduce conflict in your own life because you have built up this good karma now. So things that would be troublesome, or people who would be in your way, first of all, you wouldn't see them as objects, so they wouldn't be in your way anyway. But, people who may not be cooperative, or things that could be avoided will be avoided because you have this good luck factor on your side now, and you vibrate at this high level. Number-wise, we've got 16. And 5 is 21. And 7 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10 in numerology. And 10 reduces to 1. And this is a vibration that we've had a lot recently. 1 is obviously the first vibration there is, and it's the vibration of creation. The vibration of creation, it rhymes. It really is about independently thinking what your life purpose is, and what you really want to get on with and what you really want to do in life, in such a way that it makes you feel fulfilled and happy, and that you leave a positive mark on the world through what it is you've done. In the tarot, 1 is the magician, and the magician is exactly that. It's about listening to your higher self, saying, okay, this is my guidance. I have loads of tools at my disposal. I can talk well, I'm articulate, I have money, I can travel, I can do all of these things. And by using these tools, I can really make a positive change in the physical world today. So you can really help someone else out. If you are the person in crisis at the moment, you can also take steps to make your own life better today by apologizing, by asking for help, or by connecting with a friend and, again, describing the situation, asking for help, all of that kind of energy, and you will receive help, and it will help you to kind of ease these flames. So you do have to take action, you do have to get involved with the day and take some initiative and really make sure that no one's gonna say, oh, look, Sally over there is really struggling. Let's go help her. No one's going to say that. So you've got to keep your eyes and ears open so that you see opportunities to help. I hope you have a great day. It's a wonderful kind of Good Samaritan day for a Sunday, really, which is kind of nice because a lot of people will have a bit of extra time today. Maybe you can just go over and have a chat with someone. That's often just so healing. You know, in England, which is so annoying. By the way, in England, it's funny. There's a show called Coronation Street, and it's a soap opera, and I think it comes on at 7:30 at night or something, and it has an ad break in the middle, and every kettle in England goes on, and they have to like get electricity from France or something. They see a major power surge during that period when everyone like puts on the kettle. And in England, the reason I'm mentioning that is in England, like everyone says, "Oh, have a cup of tea." You know, if something goes wrong and something's terrible, have a cup of tea. It'll make it better. And there's nothing that a cup of tea won't make better and stuff. And it's just like. Well, it's a certain approach and it works for some people. And, you know, sometimes if you like the person and you do have a cup of tea, I think it's more about the person and the connection you have than the cup of tea. But it's about, you know, sitting together with someone and just hashing things out, to just being honest with each other can be so healing. And you can do 10 years worth of work competing against each other and arguing and stuff. Just by sitting down and really being honest for 2 hours, you can save yourself years of misery, seriously. Especially if both people are willing to listen. If the other person isn't willing to listen, there's not much you can do. You've got to leave them to it. But if it's a two-way street, then that's perfect. So really create something wonderful for yourself or for someone else today, and really realize that you're building a lot of good energy and a lot of good vibes around you, which are going to obviously help you in an indirect way by drawing good people into your life and good situations. So can't really lose today. Have a fabulous Sunday. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.